The challenges that I faced in the beginning, of course, were that it's a highly commoditized industry in India. It still is. And
Hmm.
people would start connecting packs of nuts, small packs of 100 grams to per kg cost. So, 95% of the people when I started would calculate that, oh, agar ye 100 grams, 80 rupees ka hai, to 1 kg kitne ka hoga? Um,
Okay.
that yeah, that over the years till now, we literally have nobody who does that with us. So,
Hmm.
so we've seen that journey from 2009, where people didn't want to see nuts as healthy snacks, to today. Trail mixes is one of the most trending snacks these days, which
Right.
Nutty Gritties actually started ahead of its time, and we just persisted on it. We were patient. We just kept developing new products and flavors and just kept putting them out there.
Interesting. And this is something which is maybe true of other industries also, but especially, let's say, this is food, right? If F&B or raw materials of food, you can say. And
Hmm.
India has been a land of supplying these sort of raw materials, whether it's the spices, whether it's coffee, whether it's nuts, obviously. So I think, do you think the whole country still, like, I'm sure majority of the business is still this sort of commodity business, right? Uh, is there, like, is this while you have chosen obviously nuts and this sort of products because of your understanding of that domain, is this happening across sectors? Is this something which you've
Yes.
seen, like you've seen this for 13 years, so I'm curious to know how it's
Absolutely.
been.
I think if you go to a retail store today in India, or if you just go on Amazon versus going to a retail store 10 years back, you would see a huge difference. I mean, in
Hmm.
terms of commodities as well, right? Your regular dal, chawal, atta.
Hmm.
20, 30 years back, there were no brands, and people would be selling them in sacks and take it
Yeah.
by the gram or by the kilo, right? And today, you know which brand of atta and flour and the rice and
Rice. Yeah.
stuff that you want. It's all it's so it earlier from it would be branded commodity. Like all of these are like brand. That's what they call them, branded commodities. So that's in the commodity space as well. In fact, even in nuts, if there's so many brands out there today that are selling plain almonds, plain cashews, plain walnuts. We have that in our range as well. But
Hmm.
it's very hard to differentiate in just doing plain and basics.
Hmm.
And that's the branded commodity space. And we wanted to actually go away from that and, have more value addition. So that's
Hmm.
where we came up with the mixes and the flavors. That's in the nut space. But if you go and you see there's a lot of snacking products like tea and coffee as well. There's
Right.
the shelves are full of brands, and I think a lot of innovation is coming out of this time where retail is evolving. The ways that we can actually reach the customers is evolving so much, right? Who would have thought even last year beginning that you can access something in 10 minutes?
Hmm.
The, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't have even imagined, and
Yeah.
the ways that you can reach the customer is changing, and even the kind of customer who's going to opt for that is a very different customer. Like a lot of people don't even know about this 10-minute delivery. A lot of times when
Correct.
I speak to my parents' friends, they're like, "Acha, aise bhi kuch hota hai," you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and there is Gen Z and millennials that are only buying everything on quick commerce.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think even as channels of distribution evolve, the product offerings will evolve even more.
Hmm.
And that's what we have seen, which is why snacking now is playing a huge part
Right.
because that's solving for the impulse purchase.